Hello everyone. Today I would like to introduce you the topic of the transformation of the democratic participation processes in Europe with an insight on the experience of the Conference on the Future of Europe. Speaking of democratic participation in the European Union, we refer to the normative framework reaffirmed by Lisbon in 2009, which is found in the second title of the Treaty of European Union, which brings together the provision on democratic principles, particularly from Article 9 to 12. Article 10 TEU introduces the dual legitimacy of the Union democracy, namely representative and participatory, for which every citizen has the right to participate in the democratic life of the Union. Article 11 lays out how this principle is to be realized, suggesting the behaviors that the European institution must adhere to. In particular, it is the duty of the institution to maintain, through appropriate channels, an open, transparent, and regular dialogue with citizens and representative associations to make known and exchange their views in all areas of the Union action. Stemming from this assumption, it is in this context that the democratic occasion of the conference is realized. The conference began on May the 9th, 2021 and ended on the same day in 2022 and took place precisely in the European Year dedicated to youth, which invites them to promote democratic values at the European level. Moreover, the will expressed by the European institution in the so-called Joint Declaration on the Conference of the Future of Europe expressed a unity of purpose in the involvement of the widest possible number of people, especially youngs, from the European states, to create a discussion on the issues as well as on the improvements to be made to the various social and political problems imbued in the current European system. The core novelty of the conference, functional for the involvement of even the youngest European citizens, was undoubtedly the multilingual digital platform. The platform was launched on April 19th, 2021. This tool, more than in the past, enabled direct interaction of citizens with European institutions. Among the advantages regarding the use of digital platform, we can list for sure the opportunity for citizens as well as European, national, regional, and local authorities to find nearby, participate in, and organize decentralized events in digital, hybrid, or physical modes, so as to follow progress and outcomes at the conference in a broad and shared way. Decidim is the name of the platform open source software made specifically for the conference, a unique European but also global innovation in terms of scale, interactivity, and multilingualism. In fact, for the first time, all contributions were made available in the 24 official language of the European Union, thanks to a machine translation, a distinctive feature compared to the European digital platform used so far. The process of data collection and synthesis, which then allowed the dissemination of information and contribution, was managed through a computer-assisted clustering tool program, as well as to the use of the AI technique of text mining, developed by the Joint Research Center of the Commission. One of the key roles of the platform was to ensure the transparencies of the overall process regarding access to information. In fact, organizers including guides and informative materials guaranteeing the participation and inclusiveness of events. Therefore, during the conference work, the platform was continuously improved and made more accessible to people with disability as well. Since the release of the platform, the theme of European democracy has recorded the highest level of interaction. It is important to note that behind this number, there have been thousands of citizens committed to ensuring that the platform was an open and safe place where everyone could feel comfortable in expressing their view. For this purpose, everyone who used the platform had to commit to rules of participation. In addition, a moderation group was established, which operated under the supervision of the Joint Secretariat on behalf of the Executive Committee throughout the conference in opposition to the publication of political, false, or manipulative content and, of course, hate speeches. In conclusion, the conference was an ambitious and extraordinary process of democratic participation for Europe's citizens, especially the youngest, who made their voice heard on relevant topics, designing together the future of the European Union they would like. The final outcome presented at last in Strasbourg on May the 9th, 2022, in a report contains 49 proposals and more than 320 concrete measures and objectives directed to the institution, which are responsible for effective follow-up, each according to their competencies and in conformity with the treaties. The conference projected the hopes of European citizens on the future changes that must take place in Europe, allowing us to broaden the overall vision shared by each country and reinforcing the common European identity of citizens. What clearly emerged, above all, was the eagerness of those who participated in strengthening that process of European integration, part of the future of the youngest. It is not to be taken as a matter of course for institutions to welcome the demands of the younger generation. But in my opinion, it is a concept that needs to be enhanced and corroborated in every area of public policy. These days we are protagonists of how in some countries around the world rights related to democracy are being erased overnight and how anti-democratic behaviors persist contrary to the rule of law of the European Union. The use of digital in public consultation procedures finds many supporters because of the benefits available to contemporary democratic systems. So what are the advantages of digitalizing participatory processes? First and foremost, the use of digital tools ensures greater speed with regard to the dissemination as well as the fruition of information. Secondly, this speed at the same time allows for immediate transparencies and amplified sharing of information with regard to those who are involved or even just interested in gaining access to it. Lastly, the use of digital technology results in a significant reduction in cost and time, aimed at simplifying the management system, including from a bureaucratic and not only participatory point of view of democratic processes. Nevertheless, despite the benefits of digital transformation, as I said, some challenges has to be considered, in particular those related to digital exclusion and also policies made for those who are already in a socially advantageous position. Therefore, there is a need for the institution of the European Union to increase regulation on digital systems that act to guarantee the rights of all European citizens, limiting exclusion and gaps to protect individuals, enabling a real extension of democratic participation, reaching out and giving voice to citizens of all ages and places of the European continent so that we can harness the power of Europe to change people's lives for the better without qualms. Thanks for your attention.